TV18 exclusive interview. We underestimated the impact of demonetization initially. That's the word coming in from M&M's managing director, Pawan Goenka. In the first interview after being elevated at M&M and an exclusive conversation with CNBC TV18's Lata Venkatesh, Goenka also said that the impact of cash crunch has been bigger than expected. Here's what he had to say.
When we started on November 8th, what my expectation was in terms of short-term impact, what actually happened was more than that. I didn't expect such a huge impact. Perhaps I had underestimated the sort of cash dependence on economy. It's not about black money, it's about dependence on cash transaction. And what has hurt us more is not so much the black money part of it, but the part that people are so used to dealing in cash, and just not having the cash or not being able to deal in cash is something that they will take time to get used to. And therefore, the industries that I'm more familiar with, the automotive, the tractor, the impact has been a little bigger than what we had expected. And it's wrong to just compare to last year and say it's only 2%, 5%, 10%. We were in a growth momentum. Both automotive and tractors were, especially tractors, were in a huge turnaround this year after 2 years of slowdown. And that momentum got lost. So instead of growing at another 15, 20%, we became flat to somewhat negative. And so there was a loss of momentum. But having said that, I would also like to say that if demonetization does what it set out to do, it's a small price to pay.
Okay. All right. Now, let me get back to this momentum question, because your last analyst meet was on November 14th after your numbers. And you all said that, I went through your presentation, that the festive season or the harvest festive season after a long time was better, much better than you all anticipated.
Yes.
So given that growth momentum you referred to, did the last week of December look like that the negatives of the previous 7 weeks are receding?
Receding, yes. Disappeared, no.
Oh.
No, because October this year was a phenomenal month. Something that we haven't seen in at least my lifetime of being involved with this industry. And that was really phenomenal. And from there, we dropped significantly, coming back up. So I think it's not something that's going to haunt us in the mid to long term. It's really just a short-term effect.
Okay. So, well, actually, just let me tie you down to some numbers. I remember at that presentation you said you all will do 20%, not just 15 to 20% growth is what you said. But the actual sales in December, the last numbers we have, tractors is up 9%, and autos only for that month, I think, are down 4%. What can be a year-end performance?
So we think that tractor would be back to more or less what it would have been if demonetization had not happened. It will not make up for the loss of November, December, but what we are expecting Q4 will more or less maybe 2, 3, 4% lower. But tractors should be same, because still the positivity about the positive impact of monsoon continues to be there. And once the farmers get used to dealing in cash and starting therefore to buying tractor, it will be all right. The problem is not so much in new tractor sale, problem is in old tractor sale, and that is part of the ecosystem. If old tractors don't sell, new tractors cannot sell. And therefore, and that is 100% cash, the old tractor. We look at new tractor, but old tractor is 100% cash, and that's what is slowing us down. In auto, I think it will be a little bit longer. Perhaps we would see 7-8% impact still overall for the industry in auto, not compared to last year, but compared to what it would have been. So I don't just compare to last year, I compare to what should it have been with the growth built into the new year. We'll still see some effect, but I think towards the end of the financial year, we should be more or less back to normal.
Oh, we'll get you more excerpts of that exclusive interview through the day, but let's